Today we're out here in beautiful Lucerne Valley, California to showcase our Can-Am's dual-rate air system conversion. You may be asking yourself why. Today we'll show you the purpose of our system. The biggest challenge we faced during development was to match the pure performance that these vehicles come with out of the box, which is very good. It's achieved by running high quality dampers made by Fox and overall suspension design. They've gone through countless hours in research and development, resulting in an excellent performance. These dampers are teamed up with relatively low spring rates to allow for the shocks to work their magic throughout the tons of travel it has. However, this leads into the first challenge. With soft spring rates, when you load the vehicle up with accessories or even 4 passengers, the vehicle is undersprung for the loads and ground clearance will suffer. Now you might be thinking, let's just put heavier springs in there to account for it, which is a very viable option. There's a lot of aftermarket companies doing that. However, what happens when you're out riding by yourself? Or you don't have your gear with you. You're way oversprung. You're always chasing that perfect balance. With effective spring rates well below 100 pounds per inch from the factory, it doesn't take much weight to drastically affect the vehicle. You may notice when you load up with some passengers, it doesn't really feel the same while you're driving. Now also with a variety of terrains, you may want more or less ground clearance. High-speed switchbacks on the mountain roads, you want a low center of gravity to keep us planted. Flying through the whoops, we want to keep it balanced for maximum travel and keep that tire planted on the ground. Rock crawling or mudding, we want to have maximal ground clearance. Now when ripping through the dunes, it presents an interesting challenge. You need the support not to bottom out on the sweeping G-outs, but soft enough not to rattle your teeth out through the chop. When Can-Am and Fox developed this vehicle, they had to try to make a balance for all these different situations. Compromises had to be made in order to be good at most. For us at Universal Air, we had our own challenges. Accounting for the change in weight is easy. Put more air in the air spring, the more load it will carry. Most of you are probably using some type of helper bag on the truck you pull your Can-Am with. When you load it up, the truck squats, you add some air, problem solved. However, if you just slap some air springs on the Can-Am, it's going to be way oversprung, and the Fox shocks can't work their magic, because the suspension really isn't moving. We set out to develop a way to get a super soft spring rate, and we developed this, our patented true dual rate air system. Taking notes from Fox's design, we have 2 differently accumulated air springs with the ability to independently control them, still maintaining some of the progressive nature of the air springs, to give you more support that last bit of travel. With over 20 years of in-house air spring manufacturing for the custom car industry, we designed our heavy-duty, thick-walled air spring engineered to withstand the abuse that's going to be seen in the off-road environment. Branches and jagged rocks flying up are not going to be anything for these bags. Now, we didn't quite get as soft as the stock suspension over the small bumps. However, we are extremely close, and we did this in order to reduce the nausea that's caused by suspension being too soft. Less stops for the passengers getting sick is always a good thing. Utilizing the Accuair height-based E-Level system, we are accurately able to achieve heights regardless of the weight of the vehicle. Whether it's 1 person or 4 people, it's still going to maintain the same height. With the 3 user-adjustable presets you can have programmed for different riding terrains or situations. Our VIAIR compressor, valves, and brain is neatly tucked underneath the back seat. Now you have onboard air for the air tools and filling up your tires. Best of all, everything's 100% bolt-on. No vehicle modifications, not even a single hole drilled. The system can be used with all your existing suspension modifications, short of springs of course, damper internal tuning, sway bars, etc. Now some of the key advantages to our system is the ability to account for weight change and maintain that ground clearance that you need for your particular riding situation. It does give you the ability to adjust your spring rates when your weight is added or removed. The more weight you put on, naturally the higher the spring rate is going to be to account for it. Our main focus on the system was to maximize passenger comfort. There is going to be a lot of different terrains and situations you run into, even on the same ride. And this gives you the ability to account for it and quickly at the push of a button, change your height. Let's say getting in and out of the vehicle is hard for you. This will give you the ability to raise or lower a little bit to whatever height that you want to make your entry and exit a lot easier. Now let's say you got a stacker. You can always lower down the vehicle to put it up on the top shelf where typical stock height vehicle you can't. There's not enough room up there. Or let's say your toy hauler, you want to suck the wheels in order to put something else beside it. You can always raise the vehicle up, the track width will suck in, and you have more space on the side. Now, of course, the part everyone likes and you can clearly see, you have the ability to show off. When you get to your spot, you can always lay it out and get the eyes. Now let's take your Can-Am to the next level with Universal Air.